Travel Robot presents. Here is the list of top 10 things to do in West Virginia. With some of the East Coast's most beautiful and rugged scenery, West Virginia is filled with year-round outdoor adventure opportunities. Its wild mountain country, densely forested wilderness areas, and fast-running rivers are playgrounds for hiking, camping, caving, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, boating, and fishing. In the winter, ski resorts offer a range of snow sports. Active travelers will never run out of things to do here. While many tourists come to the state for these outdoor activities and scenic landscapes, West Virginia offers much more in the way of tourist attractions. From the historic sites of Harpers Ferry and the elegant Greenbrier and its legendary golf courses to some very unusual attractions, including a penitentiary to tour. Here is the list of 10 things to do in Virginia. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future updates. Number 10. Blackwater Falls State Park. Named for the dark waters of the Blackwater River, colored by tannic acid from fallen hemlock and red spruce needles, Blackwater Falls drops 60 feet over sandstone ledges before the river continues to rush through an 8-mile-long gorge. Steps and viewing platforms make the falls accessible year-round. Also popular places to visit in the park are Ellicala Falls, which cascade down the wall of the canyon and can be reached by a short trail, and Pendleton Falls, easily seen from a roadside pull-off. The view into the Blackwater Canyon from Lindy Point, one of the most beautiful places in West Virginia, is another park highlight, as is Pendleton Point Overlook, at the canyon's deepest point. The park has a boating lake, as well as swimming, fishing, and camping. Number 9. Monongahela National Forest and Seneca Rocks. With elevations ranging from around 1,000 feet to 4,863 feet above sea level, the Monongahela National Forest offers beautiful views, wildlife, and the highest point in the state. The variety of terrain and rainfall across its more than 900,000 acres gives it one of the most diverse forest ecosystems in the country, supporting more than 225 bird species, 75 species of trees, and 70 fish species, both game and non-game. About 100,000 acres of the park are designated as the Spruce Knob Seneca Rocks National Recreation Area, offering some of the best traditional multi-pitch technical climbing on the East Coast. Seneca Rocks is a distinctive 250-foot deep formation of white and gray quartzite that stands almost 900 feet above the North Fork River. Some routes are moderate, but experts are challenged by the exposed summit pinnacle. You don't need to be a climber to enjoy the park. Non-climbers can visit the Seneca Rocks Discovery Center, stay in the campgrounds at Seneca Shadows and Big Bend, go fishing, or hike and spot birds in the park's thousands of acres of wildlands. Number 8. The Greenbrier. The Greenbrier has earned its designation as a National Historic Landmark several times over. Located at White Sulphur Springs, which have been in use as a natural spa since the 1700s, the Grand Hotel has hosted 26 presidents, foreign dignitaries, and royalty, including Prince Rainier and Princess Grace of Monaco and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. But however grand and luxurious it is as a resort, it has played other historic roles too. Early in World War II, it was used as a detention center for German and Japanese diplomats who were in the United States when war was declared. Later in the war, it was commandeered by the U.S. Army to use as a hospital, where nearly 25,000 patients were treated. During the Cold War, an underground shelter was built to house the entire U.S. Congress in case of nuclear attack. This shelter, given the codename Project Greek Island, was decommissioned in 1992 and is open to the public for tours, as is the President's Cottage Museum, with exhibits about presidential visits and the history of the resort. Number 7. Ski and play at Snowshoe. This year-round resort is best known for its skiing, with 3 separate areas to choose from, all with 100% snowmaking. With an 800-foot vertical drop, Snowshoe Basin's 38 trails cover all experience levels, served by 7 lifts, including a high-speed detachable quad. Of Silver Creek's 18 trails, 12 are open for night skiing. The Western Territory area's steep, rugged terrain has 1,500 feet of vertical drop, the most advanced terrain in the region. Steeps on Cup Run, designed by legendary Olympian Jean-Claude Killy, and Shay's Revenge reach 52% pitch. In other seasons, activities include mountain biking, scenic chairlift rides, geocaching, horseback riding, Segway tours, ziplining, trampolining, climbing, pedal boats, paddleboarding, canoeing, hiking, fishing, and golf at the Raven Golf Club. Not far away in Greenbank is the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. Number 6. Berkeley Springs. The bathhouse at Berkeley Springs State Park, in the center of Berkeley Springs, first opened in 1930. But long before that, bathing in the warm and effervescent mineral waters was popular. George Washington was a regular visitor, and even earlier. The spring's restorative and therapeutic properties brought Native Americans here from as far away as southern Canada. Baths and treatments take advantage of the 5 main springs and several smaller ones, flowing at a rate of 2,000 gallons of clear, sparkling water per minute at a constant 74.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Located in the center of the small town of Berkeley Springs, the state park facilities include the old-fashioned private bathing tubs, saunas, and massages at the old Roman bath building and main bathhouse. Elsewhere in town are more luxurious private spas with a range of health and beauty options. Number 5. New River Gorge National River. Contrary to its name, New River is actually one of the oldest rivers on the continent. As it flows into West Virginia, it cuts through the Appalachian Plateau, forming the New River Gorge and plenty of white water for tubing, rafting, and canoeing. Other recreational opportunities are all around it: hiking, ziplining, hunting, fishing, bird watching, camping, biking, and rock climbing. One of the state's most photographed sites is the soaring New River Bridge, the longest steel span in the hemisphere and the nation's third highest, 876 feet above the canyon floor. The National Park Service maintains 70,000 acres of parklands along the river, and at Hawks Nest State Park, you can ride an aerial tramway into the bottom of the New River Gorge, a prime spot for whitewater rafting. Number 4. Whitewater rafting. It's no secret that West Virginia is one of the best places to go whitewater rafting. Several rivers offer world-class rapids for experts, and others are well-suited to less experienced and learning rafters. The most famous waters are in the Gauley River, between Somersville and Fayetteville, in the Gauley River National Recreation Area. Both the Gauley and New Rivers are easily accessed from a basin nearby Babcock or Hawks Nest State Parks. Here, the 25-mile river flows at high speed through gorges and valleys, providing the thrill of a lifetime to experienced rafters. It's no wonder the Class B rapids are nicknamed the Beast of the East. Number 3. Harpers Ferry. The Shenandoah River meets the Potomac River at this small West Virginia town, which was the site of abolitionist John Brown's raid on the United States Arsenal in 1859, an event that hastened the onset of the Civil War. Harpers Ferry National Historical Park has museums, historical exhibits, and programs, plus about 20 miles of hiking trails. You can explore the rocks where the rivers meet and walk up to St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church and the old cemetery on the hill behind it. Also in Harpers Ferry is the Appalachian Trail Visitor Center, from which you can take a hike on the Appalachian Trail for views of the town and rivers. Local outfitters offer tubing excursions in the river. Number 2. West Virginia Penitentiary. One of the most unlikely places to visit in any state, the West Virginia Penitentiary welcomes guests from April through November to tour the grim prison that sometimes held more than 1,000 prisoners at a time. The forbidding Gothic fortress opened in 1876, and the last prisoner left in 1995. Between those dates, it was the scene of fires, escapes, prison riots, and almost 100 executions. Visitors can tour the building and its claustrophobia-inducing 5-foot by 7-foot cells during the day, or explore the reportedly haunted location at night. The penitentiary is a popular place for paranormal researchers looking for evidence of spectral phenomena. Number 1. Mothman Museum and Festival. In 1966, reports of lights in the sky and a strange flying figure began circulating in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The figure was variously described, but most reported a winged human figure dressed in black, with red eyes. From there arose the local legend of Mothman. Pop culture took up the myth as the story spread. There's even an exhibit on Mothman at the International Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, Maine, and the town turned the legend into a museum, a statue, and a Mothman festival. The popular free event is held on the third weekend in September and features costumes, activities, and vendors selling souvenirs depicting a bat-like cartoon Mothman. That brings us to the end of this video. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.